All right, let's jump right in. We're about to give you a strategic preview of how we at Exam Coaches train you to think like a top-tier certified professional biller. We're talking about managing communication, submission, and audit readiness, not as separate chores, but as one single, powerful, integrated system.
First things first, we have to get this core concept down, because it changes everything. In medical billing, communication is not some fluffy, soft skill. No way. It is the rock-solid foundation of your compliance infrastructure.
And building right on top of that, you have to remember this. A clean claim, the kind that gets paid fast, it doesn't just happen by accident. It is engineered. It's built piece by piece, starting from the very first moment a patient picks up the phone. And really, that's what this all boils down to. The CPB exam isn't just a pop quiz on what buttons to click. It's designed to see if you truly understand the systems that make successful reimbursement actually happen.
So why do so many people find this exam so tough? Well, it usually comes down to these common blind spots. You see, people underestimate how one phone call can make or break a claim. They think hitting submit is the same as getting a claim accepted. It's not. They just don't have that big picture systems view of how it all works. They don't know what really makes a claim clean, and they haven't connected the dots with auditing and compliance. Most people think the job ends at submission. But the CPB exam, it tests everything that happens before and everything that happens after.
Okay, so let's start building out this system pillar by pillar. The first one is what we call communication as control. And believe it or not, it all starts with simple telephone courtesy. And trust me, this isn't just about being polite. This is about protecting the integrity of the entire system. Think about it. That phone call is often the very first domino to fall. A polite tone, great etiquette, and actually listening, these are absolutely non-negotiable. Every little thing matters. Your pitch, your speed, showing a little empathy for a patient who's probably nervous. And you've always got to summarize the important stuff before you hang up. And all of this, it's wrapped up in strict HIPAA rules, because every single interaction creates a data point that either makes a future claim stronger or weaker.
Which brings us to a really critical question that we dive deep into inside the platform. How can just one phone call, a single conversation, end up directly causing a claim to be denied or a payment to be delayed for weeks?
Now, once that communication piece is solid, we move on to the digital gateway, electronic claim submission. This is really where that human precision meets powerful technology.
The advantages of going digital are just massive. We're talking paperless claims, which saves a ton of time right off the bat. The whole process is faster, and when you do it right, it's practically error-free. And the math here is really simple. Fewer submission errors means fewer rejections, and that gives the organization's whole revenue cycle a major boost.
But here's the system-level question that stumps so many candidates. What actually happens on the other side? Inside the clearinghouse, inside the payer system, what goes on the second after you click that submit button? And that question leads us directly to the ultimate goal of this entire operation, engineering a clean claim. And I want you to really focus on that word, engineering. This is a deliberate process. It's science, not luck. So what does a truly perfect, clean claim look like? Well, this right here is the blueprint. There can be absolutely zero improper information or missing documents. The provider can't be part of any fraud investigation. The diagnosis and procedure codes, they have to be perfect. The patient's protected health information, their PHI, has to be 100% correct, and so does the payer info. And of course, it all has to be filed on time. You miss just one of those things, and bam, the system is going to flag it.
And this gets to a question that I know every single biller has asked themselves. Why is it that some claims just seem to sail right through and get paid, while other ones get trapped in that endless loop of rejections and denials?
Well, the answer to that leads us to our final and maybe most critical pillar, the system's own safeguards. Yep, we're talking about auditing the billing process.
Now, when people hear the word audit, they kind of tense up. But an audit isn't a punishment. Think of it more like a health check for your whole billing system. It's a structured way to guarantee accuracy. It checks how reliable your process is, helps you fix bad info before it becomes a huge problem, and it roots out any improper practices. Doesn't matter if it's an internal team or an outside company, the goal is always the same. Keep the system healthy and honest.
So let me ask you this directly, and be honest with yourself. If you got a call tomorrow saying you were being audited, would your claims be able to withstand that kind of intense scrutiny?
So, let's pull it all together now. You see, these aren't four separate topics. It's one seamless, integrated system. Just look at the flow. Courtesy locks in your accuracy. Submission gives you speed.
Clean claims guarantee you get paid, and auditing ensures you're compliant. See that? Each step perfectly sets up the next.
And this, right here, is probably the single most important thing to understand. Inside exam coaches, we do not teach these things in a vacuum. They are interconnected controls that, together, determine whether you succeed with reimbursement and stay safe from a regulatory standpoint.
This really is the heart of our entire method. We don't just teach you which boxes to check. We train you in system thinking, so you see the entire board. We train compliance awareness, so you always know the risks. And we train claim accuracy as a strategy, not just another task on your to-do list.
Because here's the bottom line, what it's all about. Passing the CPB exam isn't really about submitting claims. It's about learning how to build claims that are so well-engineered they can survive any real-world scrutiny thrown at them.
This was just the preview. The full framework is waiting for you inside.